Good morning everyone, and welcome to our new Let's Play, Kirby Superstar Ultra. We're going to be starting a fresh file and going to Spring Breeze today. So, start the new game. There's trouble in Dreamland. King DDD and his soldiers have stolen all the food in Dreamland. Here comes our hero riding in on the Spring Breeze. Some call him Kirby. Let the adventure begin. So Spring Breeze is a nice, calm one, just to get you introduced to it. Wasn't interested. You can hit start and skip those little tutorials. I'm sure I will show it all off in time anyways. So, we can pick up powers like Beam by inhaling our enemies. Maximum Tomato heals you, along with basically any food in this game, you will heal. And taking one of these stars will fly you to the next area, usually. Sometimes they fly you within the area, but for the most part, they are used as map transitions. You can also hit X to create an ally when you have a power-up. If I hit it now, it won't create anything. But you can eat pretty much any item that's thrown, you are able to eat and use as a projectile. So with that, we now have bombs. You can acquire it from that boss or from basically any guy who you see wielding a bomb. So sometimes there is those Poppy Bros Juniors, they're usually holding bombs. Now, if you do not want to make a partner, so you don't want to hit X, you can hit select, and that'll actually kick your power out without creating a partner. Not always useful, but it is a nice thing to remember. If I understand correctly, we're actually at a part I should want a power. If I go through this door, yeah, we are up against the boss. So we're going to be doing this boss powerlessly. Not too much of a worry, especially in Spring Breeze. I think it was originally designed for you to do it powerless. 3 apples and he's down. That was the first boss. Kirby is known for being pretty easy, but that is also because we are on Spring Breeze, which is the easiest one in this collection. We'll get through the entire game just in this episode. So we're going to eat this guy and get Fighter. Letting us kind of just glide where we need to go, because we can always uppercut our way, which is a B, I believe. We also have our punches, which go quite a distance. And if you break that block in the back right, you get access to a secret area. Giving us another 1-up. Not that I think we'll need it for this, but it's always nice to have extras. You can also pick up this piece of candy here. It does not heal you, but instead makes you invincible. So right now, nothing can hurt us. So if we want to, we can kick out our power still and eat Mr. Frosty to get ice. We don't want ice either though. There is another power-up that's a little better for our purposes coming up. Similar to the invincible candy, it is a strong power-up, but it's this guy, Rash. If you do not pick that up right when you get here, it will usually explode and you can't do anything about it. So we're up against our second boss. If you thought Wispy Woods was hard, well, this will be even harder. We're going to take down Lololo and Lalala. Because they give you Crash right outside the door, and Crash is a one-hit kill on these guys, you finish it up real quick. You can skip Crash, and if you need to do it with just Kirby, you can eat their ice blocks and spit them out at them, and it'll be, I think, 3 hits each. Similar to Wispy Woods. The stars knock us out of the sky. We're going to actually pick up Sword and keep that for a bit. It's going to be pretty helpful against even the boss of this area. pretty relaxed initial stage. We'll float our way up. And there we go. Boss time. This one, no fancy tricks against them, unfortunately. But 3 sword swipes and it's down. However, this is a different star than the last one because it's not the final boss. It's our first example of a mid-boss. I think the only example of, I'm sorry about it. Both Palpy Rose Jr. and Mr. Frosty both should have counted as mid-bosses. And I never see them as them. Because it's hard to see it as a mid-boss when it goes down in so few hits. At least that one's like Kracko Jr., so you know he's got some strength somewhere. So we can go through that door, or we can actually ditch our power-up, pick up Stone. Stone's fun for other reasons. You fly all the way up, you can actually go through the moon. And then we're just going to turn to Stone and fall. Let's see, there's lots of different forms. I like this one. We're going to be buff guy falling down out of the sky. And Stone's main perk is you can't hurt him. We float back up. I know we got sleep by mistake as well. I think if we land back down, yeah, it will respawn Bonkers, and we can fight him again. So if you don't pick up his power-up the right way the first time, you can pick it up right there, and we'll be leading into this next one with Hammer, which hits pretty hard. I think it hits almost double what Sword does. You gotta make sure to be out of his star range, and he does follow a predictable pattern. I'm just bad at keeping track of it. That's why I usually use Stone for the arena. But there's a nice perk bringing Hammer with us. We're on to the final stage, Mount DDD. We've gone out of space to this mountain. I know we weren't quite in space, but we were pretty close. Way up in the clouds. So, this stage is one of the longer ones. There is a hidden room. Oh no, not in this one. A mistake, there's no hidden room. There's lots of power-ups. You can get whatever one you want thanks to that. But the easy way to deal with them is to just hammer to the face. King DDD is down, and that actually is Spring Breeze completed. Like I said, we were going to be finishing Spring Breeze in this part. Nice quick one. Dynablade, Milky Way Wishes, Great Cave Offensive, Return of Meta Knight, all are not going to be this quick. It's just, this one's meant as a nice little introduction to Kirby and what you can do. So, we are floating away, we are returning the food to Dreamland, and also pouring it in the ocean here for some reason. I guess we're just being evil, like if King DDD, we're stealing from him, we're not going to give it to anyone else, we're just going to pour it into the lake here. But that is Spring Breeze down, and that was the credits. They are that quick. And we have some time left. I think we'll jump into the other quick one that we get at this point. After we finish flying over to this other area. So we shrink down, but the 4 stars we collected in the middle of this help carry the castle for us. Make it a little easier for us to distribute the food to, oddly enough, it's to the Waddle Dees, which are King DDD's men. So, what? Why are we giving them the food? But it's to be continued. There is actually a continuation of Spring Breeze, but that'll be for later. We can now play Dynablade, Gourmet Race, and the Great Cave Offensive. So, Dynablade, like you see, Spring Breeze was 1 star. Dynablade 3. Great Cave Offensive 4. And Gourmet Race 2, we might as well go with By the Stars. So we'll switch over our top right little icon to the Gourmet Race and hop right into it. Grand Prix. Food. Ooh, cake. Maximum tomatoes. Maximum tomatoes are the best there, but nonetheless, by flying up to this huge racetrack, I'm going to call it, take a little nap, and King DDD ate the apple and the cake. And he just looks sinister. We have played this before many times. So you just have to run. The more you can keep running, don't go into the water if you can avoid it. And just try to keep a bit ahead of King DDD himself. You want to basically stay sprinting as much as possible. Try to pick up that, what's it called? That maximum tomato at the end, because it's worth 3 food as opposed to everything else that's been worth 1. A win is worth 30 food, so it might be worth it to forego some of the food that you see in favor of speed. Just because King DDD, he can be pretty quick. It's on some of the later routes that he is more troublesome. He is actually, in theory, gonna beat you. Like right now, he's ahead of us. He does have a little bit of a rending, I don't know how much. And he actually collected more food than us, so we want to take the same route he's taking to just sort of cut back on the amount of food he can collect. 36 again versus his 29. At this point, we've won. There is nothing King DDD can do in this last race to beat us. But the last race is actually the one that adds power-ups. I believe flying is the one that's recommended. And it's kind of because of that. You get a lot of horizontal movement, and that is what this is used for. Just gotta make sure to stay flying. As long as you open the holes at the top, he still has to break through them because he does not fly up them. There are faster ways to ascend as Bird Kirby, however I am bad at them, so we're just gonna have to make do with what we've got. Should still be plenty to win this race. You actually saw the finish line right there. Though we were looking at it from the bottom, we gotta still get up to the top of it. So we glide our way up. Float. And we're good. 28, 3 win medals. I think we got a little over 180 food. Yeah, 98 plus an extra 90. 188 versus 56. This is why, like, you could collect 0 food. As long as you win all 3 rounds, you, I think, are almost guaranteed to win. I've never actually done that. I've never connected 0 food, but I think that's be how it works. And that's the Gourmet Race complete. So, in the next part, we are going to be starting Dynablade. See you guys then.